Hey guys. So, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. This is a Invader Zim Inspired look. I'm a really big fan of Yonan Vasquez. He's the writer and creator of Invader Zim, as well as a couple of comics, Squee and Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, as well as I Feel Sick, but I've never read that one. The color palette for Invader Zim is like purples and lime greens and magentas. And I actually pulled things specifically for certain characters, like the lighter, cooler lime green is like Invader Zim's skin color. The darker green is more like Gur's, his little like dog outfit. The bright purple is like Gaz's hair, and then this is just overall the color palette of the entire cartoon. For those of you who don't know what Invader Zim is, this is just a fun, way over the top look. Oh, and the eyeliner also, I did like a really thick, bold line because that reminded me of like comic book and like the way that he draws. I freaking love Invader Zim. It was, for those of you who don't know, by Invader Zim, sure. It was a comic book, or not a comic book, a cartoon that was on Nickelodeon from like, I don't remember when it was on, like 2004 or something like that. I own it, so yay. But it got canceled. But whatever, I love it. And if any of you know Yonan Vasquez's other work, like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and stuff, he would probably like throw up at the idea of me doing a makeup video based on on his work, you know. But whatever, I don't care. So, and then I got this bow that matches. Got it at Target in the dollar bin, and I made my little bow. No, I didn't make it. I just stuck my voted thing on there. Anyway, I'm a goober. And please enjoy this, and if you want a full list of products or anything, go visit my blog at vintageortacky@blogspot.com. And if you want to see videos that aren't like makeup related and stuff, just like my blogs or whatever else, go ahead and go subscribe to my Ghetto Chino channel, because I'm not going to be putting them on this channel at all anymore. And there was something else. I don't remember. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking Painterly paint pot and a Taklon paintbrush, and I'm just brushing that all over both of my lids. I normally use my finger, but this way kind of applies it a little bit thicker. So I'm doing the initial application with this, and then I'm going to smooth it out. Okay, so now I'm taking my Makeup Forever number 92 and a small fluffy brush. It's thin enough to draw a line with, but it's fluffy enough that I can blend with it a little bit. And I'm going to put that in the crease, and the way that you can find your crease, there's many ways to do it, but I'm going to be looking down into my mirror and seeing, actually it's already stained for me, so. And I'm applying the color with the opposite side of the brush that I applied the color to the brush. Does that make sense? And that's just for the initial line, and then I'll go back over it with the color. And I'm just barely tapping it into the eyeshadow. Okay, and then I'm going to go a little bit below where that crease line is. Okay, so now I'm taking the Sonia Kashuk blending brush. I'm just going to kind of blend that out, make sure there's no, skipping lines or harsh lines or anything. Now I'm just going back in with a little bit more color. Because this is the first one that we put on, we're probably going to have to keep applying color to it to keep it vibrant, but I just want to, it kind of creates a frame for the rest of the look. Now I'm going to take Pharaoh Paint Pot from MAC and a 194 concealer brush. I like this brush because it's small and it's synthetic, so it's not going to, the hairs are not going to be damaged by me using a cream. And then also it's a little bit fluffy, so when I'm done applying the cream color, I can use it to apply the eyeshadows on top. Other bases that you could use are, like Mayron has a green, NYX has a jumbo pencil called Lemon that's green. You could even use the yellow from the Kryolan UV Day Glow palette, just any kind of sticky green base, I guess, or you could just ditch the base and not do this. This is just going to mean that I use a lot less eyeshadow. So I won't have to pack on the color as much. And then wipe off all the excess Paint Pot. Now I'll make it fluffy again, and then you can kind of blend it with the purple so there's no like harsh lines. There's no like harsh lines. I sound like such a valley girl in my videos. I'm going to use my 80 eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to start using a combination of these two lighter greens. These ones are kind of pearly, and I'm just going to sweep those over the whole lid. I'm using the lighter of the two until I get about there, and then I use the slightly darker one after that. There isn't too much difference between the two, but whatever. You could just use the one if you want. And I'm just doing basically a really light coating of this just to set the Pharaoh. And because they're kind of pearly, they make everything I put on top of it easier to blend. Okay, and now I'm going to use the third green down, this really, really bright green. And I'm going to pop that on the center of the lid and blend it sort of into the inner corner and into the outer corner. And again, I'm just popping that onto the lid, into the center of the lid, and then blending it to both sides. Okay. Now I'm going to take this 1, 2, 3, 4 up from the bottom. And I'm going to apply that just the outer corners. So this incorporates many of the different green hues that are prevalent in Invader Zim. And if you're not going for an Invader Zim look, you're just wearing this for fun look. Orange eyeshadow, where I'm applying the green right here, this darker green, looks really hot. So this gives us kind of a graduation with the greens. It starts off with this lighter, cooler lime green, and then to a hot, warmer lime green, and then to a darker, more intense lime green.